fell backwards already, that's a good start to the video. Morning guys, this is a tag response to RedH0plite. It was just simply wanted to start doing a few more tag questions. I think that came from Lukey Wookie originally, and it was just talking about saying that the retro gaming community isn't as strong as it was a year ago. Well, I don't have an opinion on that because I've only joined December, I think it was, of last year, so I've only been on here about 5-6 months at a push. So I don't know what it was like a year ago, but they simply was saying if we start doing more tag responses and stuff like that, it will make the community stronger again. By all means, anything I can do to actually improve the community, I shall do. And the thing is, I've been tagged a few times in video responses, and I never tend to do them. And I do want to. They'll ask the question, I go, oh, that's cool, I'll go and do that. But it's just one of them things that I just go, I'll do that, and I never do. So what I'm going to do now is every time I'm tagging a video response, I'm going to try all my utmost to actually get the video done as soon as possible before I get a chance to actually forget about it. So, as I was saying, RedH0plite's done a tag question. He's tagged me in it, he's got 5 questions, so this is what they are. The first one is, how long have you been gaming? I would say probably 21 years or so. My first system that I owned as a kid was an Atari ST. I absolutely loved it, but sometimes I couldn't get certain things to work because I was a kid and it wasn't a case of just putting in a cartridge and press and go. You had to navigate through them beautiful green desktop and actually get the games to launch. So I remember as a kid, some games I never actually got to work because it was too complicated for me to actually launch them. But the ones that I could launch was absolutely brilliant. It really got me into it. I had my little joystick, that one that properly clicked. And sometimes you had to stick the actual control pad in it, didn't work, and you'd have to blow the port and try and stick it back in again. And they was good days of gaming. A proper console as such would have been a Sega Mega Drive. Absolutely loved that as a kid. In fact, well, obviously I've got one because I'm a retro gamer collector. That's a stupid thing to say, but yeah, I really did love the Mega Drive. So the second question is, how long have you been retro gaming collecting? Well, as I was saying, I got the Mega Drive and sold that as a kid to get the PlayStation, to get the next gen. So I've always been selling my consoles on. But about 7 years ago, with my ex-partner, when it was my birthday, I asked her that I wanted to get a Mega Drive because I used to hang around a lot of students, and I just thought it would be a cool thing to just do. All the students just come around and we just sit back and kick back on Sonic. So that's the first console that I collected probably about 7 years ago, and every so often it come out, and I remember when I used to have house parties, we used to have like a gazebo put up, and what I'd do is I used to always put the Mega Drive outside in like a heated patio area, so everyone would go out drinking, and it just attracted so many people who used to just go out and go, fucking hell, Sonic, wicked, and just play some old classic Mega Drive games. So I've always had that. So really, my first collection, the first time I brought something back to put into my collection 7 years ago, and then that lay dumb, and that's all I ever did, is just have a Mega Drive. And every so often it will come out, blow a bit of dust off it, play it and put it back again. And I've been interested in retro gaming, I absolutely love it, and I'd go back and play a lot of the old classics, but that's on the PC. And then when Joe introduced me to the YouTube gaming community, and I was just looking at people with all the old consoles, like, oh god, I've got to get these back. So I've only been collecting this stuff since November, December of when I joined YouTube this year, so you can only say 6 months really I've been properly retro collecting. His third question is, what one system, if you could only have one system, what one system would it be? And it's got to be the Xbox 360, because I love all this kit, but for one, Blue Tonic already nailed it on the head. If you've got a current gen, you can still play all your retro stuff on the arcade or from the classic discs that you can buy and all that lot. But even if that wasn't an option, it would have to be the 360, just because I enjoy playing online. It's not necessarily about the graphics, but you couldn't get a level of a game like Mass Effect on them kind of consoles. And like, the thing is, I've said it over and over again about Mass Effect, but that game's pulled me in, and that is now my life. I just live that game, and none of these ever did it. As a kid, I went back and played the games, but that's just because I was a kid and I had an attention span of a gnat, and I would just be like, gaming outside, and I wouldn't be bothered that I've already played this game 20 times over. I'll just keep playing it and playing it and playing it. But no, it's got to be an Xbox 360, just because of the level of quality of games nowadays, and they really, really do draw me in. So that's the third question. Fourth one, what game do you play over and over again? What game keeps drawing you back? and it's got to be Dungeon Keeper. That game is amazing, and I'm thinking about doing a few more video reviews because I've only done 3 so far, and Joe just simply said, why don't you do a Dungeon Keeper one, which just makes so much sense. Why on earth haven't I done it? Because a lot of people have not actually played this game nor know anything about it. So I'm going to take it on myself to teach you the world of Dungeon Keeper, because it's a beautiful game. But yeah, every year or so I go back and play it. I used to obviously own the original lovely giant boxes, but they got sold on, and I've been just using a legal copy to just play it because it's very hard to come by. But last time we played it was probably about a year ago, so it's probably about time I'll get back into Dungeon Keeper again. So what I'm going to do is actually look on the internet and try and get myself a proper old PC box of the original game. But then there's a lot of the classic boxes out there at the moment. I don't want that, so I'll shop around, and when I do get hold of it, I'll probably wait until I do get it, and then I'll do my review on the proper legit copy, and I'll have the box and it'll all be nice. And the 5th question is a high score challenge, just simply saying, what should we do as a community? Set a game, we'll say we'll all try and get the high score, and then everyone obviously does the video responses. Well, I'm not going to say a game because I've got a different idea on this. I think what will happen is, because we're trying to make the community stronger, what we need to do really is not necessarily just set a high score challenge, because we could have 20, 30 of us all setting high score challenges. It'll get a bit confusing, not all of them will get done, and the entire idea could fizzle out quite quick. So to keep the fire burning, I think what we need to do is just simply have one person. So for instance, I will say we should get a high score on this game, and then we have a week to get our video responses in, and then whoever gets the highest is crowned the winner. And then either, because say for instance I set the game, I either pick the next person, or the winner gets to be the next person, and then they set a challenge, and then another week. So that means there's only one game going at a time, but then it'll be quite cool, because say we call the deadline on Monday everyone will be excited, going, oh, what's this week's game we've got to try and complete. So if you want me to actually give you a game, I will do. But more than anything, just give me your responses back if you think that's a better idea. And if you do, what I'll do is, depending how much comments I get back today, I might even just do a high score challenge tonight, set it, and then we've got all week to do it until next Sunday, and then the winner can go and do the next challenge. So that's my view on it all. There's nothing more to be said, so I'm going to stop. I was about to think then, you could see it there, and I was like, what else can I babble about for a bit? But I can't, because Sunday dinner's going on downstairs, and I need to eat some chicken skin. So, lovely crispy chicken skin.